See you.
Dunwoody Barrow. Do I know the location? I think I did, didn't I? Yep, there it is. Okay, well there's nothing around nearby. I gotta walk, obviously, as I said in my beginning of my LP. I don't like cutting out videos.
What?
I hate it, you know.
Away, more.
I obviously don't. I did cut out one thing in my Oblivion LP. If you've watched that part, if you haven't, keep checking it out. That was only because I had basically died, and I don't think anyone wanted to see me make this whole really long journey again. So I did say I would. Yeah, pause the video. That's the only time I will ever do that. So yeah. Got headbutted by a bear. Wasn't the nicest feeling in the world, to be honest. Beautiful, isn't the sky beautiful? You know, this just really remind me of Morrowind, especially with the new Dragonborn DLC coming up. I have not played the Dawnguard yet, obviously, in PS3 owner. But the Dragonborn DLC finally lets you get back to Morrowind-ish. And I was saying Morrowind-ish because Solstheim is Skyrim territory, but it is kind of in Morrowind. It is a Morrowind kind of landscape. Well, it's a half and half Skyrim and Morrowind landscape. It's kind of a bit of both, but it was owned by the Nords of Skyrim. But the Nords apparently gave it to the Dark Elves. You know, back when the Red Mountain exploded, so they had a place to live. But guys, there are more Dunmer there than there are Nords. There are a lot more Dunmer there. Because obviously it's more Morrowind. It's more Morrowind than it is Skyrim. It is a lot more Morrowind, and that is why there are obviously more Dunmer there. And I suppose, well, obviously people normally would call it a part of. People would probably normally call it a part of Morrowind anyway, because you know it is thought to be a Morrowind place, but it is really it is actually a Skyrim place, especially on the map. There's a colour-coded map, basically, and basically what that map is it's got, like, different colours. Obviously, Skyrim is white and stuff, and that kind of represents the different territory. It kind of represents the territories. You know, like, oh boy. You know, things like, you know, the Imperial, I think Cyrodiil is, like, yellow or something. Yeah, Hamfell orange, think that Valenwood's purple, you know, all that kind of thing. And Morrowind is like red or something, I can't remember honestly. You have to look at it. Look at map of Tamriel and there'll be a coloured map, that basically. And basically you can see Solstheim and it's the same colour as Skyrim, and it's not the same colour of Morrowind. That is because it is a part of Skyrim. But anyway, this does remind me of Morrowind slightly. It's obviously not identical. You know, it reminds me of it quite a lot. So yeah, stuff happens. Okay. Well, we just trekked to the top of this very tall hill. Well, unless there's a massive statue thing here. But yeah, oh wow, look at that view. I wish it was daytime, I could see that. Oh god. But look how high up I am. Gotta be slowly here. Well, the amount of times I've died coming down here. Mainly because I was like a super fast character, because I normally, this part I struggle on. Because because I normally have like, do the Shivering Isles when it gets later on in the game and it gets harder. And just because I'm the kind of person, I like doing things properly, as in because like, you know, when you're at the start with your Septim, obviously on my LP you never saw that, which is an excuse for me for not doing the main quest first because I didn't want to. But I would normally do, if that happened, I would do that first. Basically all the time, I will do that first because I just keep it to the lore. You know, I mean, you wouldn't go off and do the Dark Brotherhood if you know the entire world was in danger, would you? I hate doing it like that because it makes no sense. And I am that kind of guy. I have to do the main quest. I have to. I will obviously, I always do my like, I sometimes do some of the side quests at the same time. You know, like a bit of the Dark Brotherhood or Fight Guild or whatever while I'm doing the main quest. Certainly you'll see that when I'm doing my Skyrim LP, and you have seen a little bit of it when I'm doing my Oblivion LP. Skyrim, I'm really looking forward to LPing that. I am seriously buzzing with excitement about LPing that. Makes me want to finish Oblivion really fast, although I don't want to anyway. So I'm enjoying my Oblivion LP a lot. But anyway, we've just collected this Feldew, and this Feldew is very important. You need this stuff to eat, basically. It's a very good idea to come in here with very low, like this. Where am I waiting now? I got that. Oh yeah, I think I just had it, didn't I, just in case I needed it. But basically, you want to come in here if you're like quite not way down, because if you're way down, you know, because basically you get addicted to the spells. You're going to eat it now, and I'll talk while I'm in there. Should I take it? Okay, but you get addicted to the Feldew, and it makes you stronger, but when it wears off, it makes you weaker very slowly, and your strength goes down. But there's different stages, it worsens. So what you want to do is, if you have not very much, not very much of this, not very much equipment, and you've got a lot of space left, you can go on longer without eating Feldew, so you don't need to worry and rush. You can spend your time like I'm doing now, looking around, making sure you don't miss the treasures, all that kind of stuff. It's really useful. So if you're playing this game and you haven't played it yet, before you come in and doing this quest I'm doing, make sure you have a lot of infantry space. I call it infantry. I don't know why. Infantry is not the army. What the hell am I talking about? The infantry. Anyway, but that's what I call it. Equipment space. So I don't know what you can call it. Equipment. Equipment. That's it. That's the word. And all that. And make sure to loot all of the elytra, which are the spiders, obviously, that are glowing green, because they will have Feldew. Feldew. That's what my guy's thinking right now. Ooh. Feldew. 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 Oh. Yeah, so don't worry about eating it afterwards. If you eat it afterwards, you will get addiction. I suppose if you want to be like a druggie or something on this game, you can. It gives you that opportunity. But you can get, if you accidentally cook it, don't worry, don't cry, don't get worried. And if you have done that already and you don't know, and you really want to go back to being a non-Feldew addict, just simply, okay, yeah. As you can see, I'm worn off by now. Just go and, with the Chalice of Reversal in your palace, activate it and it will kill you. I believe that happens actually. I haven't actually tried Feldew afterwards, but I think it does. Apparently someone told me it does. It's one of my old school, well, not my old school, my school. Yeah. He basically told me afterwards. I told him to get the game, and I honestly, I never have Feldew on me afterwards. I get rid of it all. Okay, oh god. Shouldn't have put that away. Oh well. Yep, there you go. Yeah, you just get it's worsening, as you can see. I should be able to go on quite a while without eating any Feldew. But as you can see, I mean, by now I would have eaten probably two. I would have eaten 2 of them by now. I mean, I've only probably got about 3, so I'd be quite worried. I've probably only got 2 actually, for sure. But yeah, that's why I'm saying, I shall have to drop your stuff, and if you don't want to do that, yeah. Oh god, hang on. Sorry, just had to do something. Okay. Bronze, and also then you can pick up some stuff, because there are sometimes, if you're high level, some nice food, some nice dough in here. Okay. Right then. Forward, look on the black side of life. Don't know why I'm singing the song, alright? Sorry, I can't sing, guys. I keep probably know. I used to be able to, but then my voice got up. God, I just hate it. Like when you used to be really good at something. When you grow up, you can't do it anymore. God, I hate that feeling. I used to be a legend at singing. Not really that good. I wasn't really amazing, but I was alright. I could sing at least. Now I can barely even put a note. God. You know, I used to be epic at football as well, you know. I stopped playing at one point and I like failed. You know, I dropped during that time when everyone was just realizing, you know, all the skills and getting amazing. I stopped playing it just about then. So by the time I got back into it, everyone was like so much better than me. So I was kind of like, oh no. Yeah.